Hey, what's up everybody, how's it going? It's Dan's here, back with a final episode of Final Fantasy X-2 Last Mission. And usually what I was doing for this one, after the first few episodes, was to upload post-commentary, but after what happened in yesterday's recording session, I got really annoyed, and I decided to do the final 10 floors again. And I guess I can explain why. But basically the theme of this final bit is just going to prove how silly this whole kind of concept is once you have a few things that you know that you can do. So I'm going to get through the last 10 levels pretty quick time, because yesterday I spent about 4 hours on it, and I realised that despite spending about 15 hours to go from floor 1 to floor 80, my levels were still far too low to have any kind of realistic boss battle with the final boss, and it was absolutely stupid. So I got really annoyed, and when we get to the final boss I'll talk about it more in detail, but I just got so pissed off that I ended up closing the console when I threw away that recording session, because I wanted to record it live just to show you how cheap this whole thing can be if you really, once you know what you're doing a little bit. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to stream ahead. I'm not going to think too much about anything. I'm not going to bother defeating enemies, because as you've seen throughout the playthrough, the leveling up system is really skewed and it's really slow. Leveling up Riku takes an absolute age, and to do it in any kind of decent time is almost impossible. So I'm not going to bother with that at all. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, basically, I mean, what I learned was if you kill enemies via Doom, which is something I was using fairly often, you don't get any experience points for it. So that's part of the reason why my levels were always lower. And some of the dress spheres, I mean, depending on which ones the game gives you, there's only certain ones that you can fuse. And because I was unlucky and I got a lot of Dark Knight, basically what happened was I ended up having a very high level Dark Knight, but the Dark Knight's physical attack never increases. So even though I was getting to later stages of the game, my HP was really good, but I was just doing no damage at all, and it was just getting ridiculous. So I'll show you guys some examples here. Let's get Impenetrable Front, which if you want to get through the game cheaply, if you want to do it in 4 hours instead of 14, 15, honestly just get Impenetrable Front. It's really the easiest thing you can do. I like having Poison Touch as well because it helps. Right, so I'm on floor 72, Dark Knight, and I do 15 HP damage. So take a look at how long this takes. And I think as of this point I've been playing for about 11 hours, so it's not like I completely breezed through the game and done absolutely nothing. And Riku is level 37, 38, but because of your dress sphere it takes an absolute age. So every single enemy is like this. Because of Impenetrable Front you don't take any damage, but because you're so weak and the game levels you up so slowly, you can't do any damage. It's absolute pants. Let's say you try to use some magic, because if you look at the stats, our magic stat is 12 higher than physical attack, so let's use Psychic Bomb, because we want to be smart and use our, play to our strengths. It does 30 damage. Honestly, it only does double the damage of a normal attack, so what chance do I have? That was just one regular lizard enemy. So you can imagine for the final boss, I think when I took it on yesterday, my Dark Knight was level 15 and I was level 39 with Riku, and I was doing 11 HP damage per hit, despite the fact that I was using a level 9 gunner, which had something like 28 physical attack. So my physical attack was 8 higher than it was now, and I was still doing 11 HP damage. And after about 10 minutes of mashing the X button, still nothing was happening. So I thought this is just bullshit, and I left it because I got really annoyed. So I've decided to screw the whole leveling thing. I'm not going to bother trying to level, it's a waste of time. I'm just going to go through it as cheaply as possible, because that's what the game is basically telling me to do, unless I want to spend like 40 hours on this game, just doing the same stuff over and over and over again, which I'm not going to do. So might as well fuse what I do have. Honestly, all you need is, like, I would say a strong Dark Knight and maybe like Impenetrable Front, and that is pretty much it. The rest is absolutely just easy. Because all you have to do is really evade their attacks. That is it.
Pick your poison.
You're going to see what I mean in this final kind of 10 levels. I'm going to get through it hopefully fairly easily. Let's get that to level 14. Honestly, you're just better off using one dress sphere. Just don't bother spreading it out across anything else. Just keep focusing on that same dress sphere and get that one to like as high a level as possible. So try to come towards the end with like a level 30, level 40 Dark Knight instead of a level 15 one. But then again, still you're not going to do any damage with your physical attack, so maybe the best choice is like a gun mage or a gunner that actually has some physical attack. Actually, gunner doesn't have physical attacks either. Okay, let's use cheap abilities again. MP Stroll obviously makes life so much easier as well. Because they're really easy to get. You've got the whole dressmaker thing as well. So you can pretty much have any dress fit you want
this feels nice and evil.
Throughout the game. I mean, there's not any that's particularly difficult to get. They're all of equal difficulty. Excellent.
Ah, that's refreshing.
If you're feeling confident, you can just have Psychic as your main one, to be honest. Leveling up a Psychic is not too bad an idea either. Because you've got the whole teleport ability, so you can just get to the elevator straight away.
I've got all the energy I need.
Let's do that. Boom. Done. Get to the next floor. Basically, what fooled me with this is earlier on, because my levels were more kind of in sync with the enemies I was facing, I felt like I was kind of improving as the game went on. But then as I went on, the gap between me and the fiends I was facing just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And after a while, it was getting completely ridiculous. So I decided to just leave it. Right. I want to see if there's an evolutionary water here. So because of the whole evolutionary water thing, you don't even need to defeat enemies really to level up. If you just take what you get from the potions during your 80 levels, then you'll be fine. You honestly don't need to bother. That was the book. Yeah, shop guide is useless. Remaking basics, don't really need that. Throw that. There you go. Those guys, for some reason, when you're within one square, they don't attack you. Unless you start attacking them, they're quite passive for some strange reason. Okay, so you're in a tough situation like this, right? To be honest, all you really need to do is come in, have a dress sphere that's not gonna, like I said, as long as you have one kind of high level dress sphere, you shouldn't have too many problems.
This feels nice and evil.
Then just use the cheap Doom ability. So even if you're like level 2 right now, as long as you've got Impenetrable Front and a high level Dark Knight, so highly leveled, I mean level 15, I can go up to level 99, so my Dark Knight is actually low level as well, when you think about it. There you go. So even though Curl's Quake move can do, it can do about 170 damage, so Curl has very powerful attacks, but Doom renders it pretty much pointless. Because I have Impenetrable Front, it doesn't matter. So I mean, even though if I went head to head with this thing, it would take me about 20 hits to take it down. It really doesn't matter. And this is the whole point. This is why I started finding more and more as I moved on. There was just no value in trying to attack unless you had really high levels, which you would have to take an insanely long amount of time to have. So I was just not seeing any value in it at all. And when you start to play that way, honestly, everything is much quicker. A lot of shop action. Doesn't usually happen. Sell that. Okay. Yeah, don't really need too much more. Okay. Because I mean, the only time you really need to kill any enemies is when you have the seals on elevators, and I'm pretty sure that Doom works for that, so it still doesn't make it any more difficult. You can just Doom your way through the entire game. And I mean, for me, it's not so much, you know, you could say, well, of course, you're just, it's your choice to play it in a cheap way like this, but honestly, I feel like the game hasn't really given me much choice, because if I don't use Doom, every floor is going to take me 15 minutes, and I'm hardly going to level up anymore as a result of it. Honestly, it's not going to make too much of a difference at all. So, it really is, for me, it feels like a complete waste. Ugh. Elixir, fine, it's not bad. It'd be nice if there was like an evolutionary water or something. I find that as you get nearer the end, you tend to get less stuff. And that was another gripe I had with this. I find that the items that you get nearer the top floors are not any different. They're almost exactly the same. So there's no scaling up of the items that you get. Most of the stuff you find here is the same stuff that you find on level 1. Maybe they have like a one more thing in it. Honestly, it's not really... it doesn't really scale up enough at all. You get a lot of wasted items. Okay, that's that sorted. Move swiftly on. So this will probably end up being a really long video, but I'm hoping it's just a single unedited run of the last 10 floors, with my general gripes included with the last mission, because I really started off enjoying it for the first 20 levels or so. I was enjoying like the different feel that it had to it and the strategy required, but then when I kind of looked deeper into the mechanics, I realised that honestly, just it's kind of pointless. Okay, so skipping turns unlocks one of the gates, I know that. The usual crap where you throw items, again I've already said that I find this honestly a really stupid way to unlock gates. They really needed to think a little bit harder about this one. Just throw loads of shit. And then you have to put them down because that's another requirement. So you can do this where if you just stand on top of it, you just throw it again and again. There you go. This time let's put it down. Fun, fun, fun. And we haven't even got to the thing that I found the most annoying, and that I didn't even realise was the case until someone told me about it, but we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Because that was absolutely crazy. But it's linked to, I think it's linked to the audio drama as well, so we'll talk about it at the end of the playthrough. Okay, only 2 gates left. I think one is connected to doing fake attacks where you purposely miss your opponent, which actually has no value in battle, but you do it anyway, just for the hell of it. And this is the imbalance I'm talking about here. So the enemies, most enemies, they can't damage me more than about 20. So the damage that they're doing is scaling up, like as in this is compared to my maximum HP. This is a good amount of damage that they should be doing. I'm perfectly fine with this. But the amount of damage that I'm doing to them and their HP is completely outscale. So if Riku was coming in at level 60 and I had a level 50 Dark Knight, then it's going to be an absolute pushover. It's going to be too easy. So these are the only levels where it's actually any kind of challenge. But just because it takes long, it doesn't really make it a challenge. So just messed up. Surely we should do. There you go. Okay, that's what I needed. So now I just have to defeat enemies. Let's do it. I'm just going to try using Doom and see if I can unlock everything just using Doom. Okay. One thing you do have to be wary of is these guys, because they can inflict you with Confuse. So with those you have to basically do Doom and run away. That's the only way to really stay alive with ease. Or failing that, you have to use your gunner, because that can give you confuse proof. Okay. So you can use Doom, and if it's a really damaging enemy, you get yourself in a position like this, and by the time they attack you, you usually get a free turn. So, look, see? And it's dead. Great. Right, so let's go after Chimera enemy. Alright, so he's going to hit me back with Thundaga, but because I have high HP, it shouldn't really be a problem. Or Fire-Aga, it depends, because it's a Chimera, you can use either one, I believe. Oh, he's stuck as well, and he's dead. Excellent. I'll just use this for protection. There we go. Don't need that. I mean, I was still running into basic healing, so they were still giving me potions on floor 79, so I was on like one away from the end, and I was still getting potion-like drops, which at this stage of the game is silly. They shouldn't even be giving you that. Can you imagine, like in the V Infinito, they had treasure chests, and on like, you know, floor 98 they were giving you potions. That's basically what they're doing. I mean, it's just useless stuff, honestly. At least make it like turbo ether only after a stage. Invigorating tails, no. I need to defeat 10 enemies, I think, but there's not. Okay, there's quite a few in here. Need to be careful. Basically, I can't let them get a physical hit on me, so I have to stay away, because Confuse is the only seriously like detrimental status that you can have that I've noticed. It can really ruin your day, so you do have to be careful. I guess I'll just wallop this guy away for now to give myself some breathing space, and I'll wallop him as well. Why not? So as long as you've got wallop to keep people at bay, it shouldn't be too big a problem. Okay, now I can use Doom on him. Because they can only move one square at a time, you almost always have time to plan an escape. Or to set things up so they play in your favour. He's still one square away. Just wallop him again. I've obviously got the MP stroll thing as well, so I can stay alive. And he's not using his magic attacks for some reason. Don't really know why. Okay, Doom for you. Doesn't seem to be any status effects tied into any of the I-type enemies either, which is great. Okay, Doom. And then all I have to do is push him back when he comes close. And I'm completely in control. I just honestly, they've just restricted this this game too much. I feel like it's all too restrictive, and that's my main beef with it. I think to make it all fit into this kind of style of gameplay, and to have everyone move like one turn at a time, and you know, one square at a time, enemies have to fit in a certain number of squares. When you start doing things that way, it just it restricts everything too much. I mean, to be honest, you can even do the whole trick of using poison touch and then telekinesis, so you can poison them and then just send them to another room where they'll eventually die. As you can see, the damage is just inconsequential at the moment. If you're hearing any kind of firework type noises in the distance, it's because it's Diwali here in the UK. It's the Hindu religion's festival of light, and in my area there's a lot of people of the Hindu faith, so that's why you might be hearing some fireworks. Obviously, as the festival of light, what better way to celebrate the fireworks? And if you're celebrating Diwali yourself, happy Diwali this year. Oh shit, Cacti. Okay, so there's a problematic enemy. Let's see if we can get rid of this guy. We're quite squashed in at the moment. Oh, it came back. Excellent. That was accidental. I meant to go diagonally.
Ta-da!
Again, because of the structure of the D-pad and the analog stick, there's no consistent way to go diagonally, that I've noticed anyway.
This feels nice and evil.
Okay, he's gonna die. Great. So they put two traps onto the same thing. How about that for cheapness? So now I have to do everything again. Everything in this game is just designed to eat up your time in a not very entertaining way. That's what I've started to feel about this game. I'm surprised they didn't make it like 150 floors. I wouldn't have been surprised. Okay, so 2 in a row. Lovely. As you can see, I mean, there's not too much I can do about that. The only way to avoid those consistently is to lose abilities like Impenetrable Front. So I guess if you're very high level, you might be able to do it, but other than that, no. Oh, fuck off. You see what I mean? Honestly. Okay, so believe it or not, I actually went through 4 pit traps. That is actually a new record. That has never happened to me at all. It's almost like the game knew that I was going to try and upload these final 10 floors as a bit of a rant about my disappointment and how annoying this game is. And then they said, well, if that's how you feel, we're going to make it that extra little bit more annoying for you, you know, just because we can. Because like I said, without that special dress sphere ability, the pit traps are almost unavoidable, and they in no way reflect on your level. It doesn't matter whether you're level 1 or you're level 99, you're still going to be hit with them in the same way if you don't have the right protection for it. So I prefer my Impenetrable Front anyway. Honestly, now that Doom works, the whole thing really takes 5 minutes. So this is trying to do it legitimately. And honestly, I don't remember wasting very many gunner things. So playing fairly normally, this is how many times I managed to level up the gunner. Maybe if I used Dressmaker a little bit differently, I would have had like level 12 perhaps, but honestly, not very different at all. So I'm taking more damage because my magic defense is lower as a gunner. I'm doing 12 HP damage. and I can only survive 3 hits at a time. So yeah, okay. There goes your attempt to use anything other than Dark
This
Knight.
feels nice and evil.
And if you want to see how much HP it has, you can see I've hit it about 3 times and it's done about 16 poison damage. I'm just going to let it die from poison. So 3 means it has at least about 300 HP right now. So he's going to be ticking for some time. So it would have taken me about 15 hits at least to take this guy out. Yay, growth tonic. So again, if you hang around long enough, you don't have to bother with defeating enemies, honestly. If I've gone 37 levels, I'd say at least about 15 just with the potions. So you can just do it all with potions alone, to be fair. Gunner level 1. I guess I confused that. I had plenty of fusion secrets. Not that I'm going to use it, but hey. Like I said, my level 9 gunner did 11 damage to the final boss. Can I show confused status here? Actually, I might as well do that while I can. Oh, he's stuck. Great. Just makes my life easier. Okay, so I've defeated the enemies that I need to defeat. Good. Oh yeah, I already have Impenetrable Front. Sorry, I didn't realise if I got that yesterday or not. Okay, hold on now. I don't really have a need for Impenetrable Front anymore. I guess I can use Mascot, right? There you go, so I can get half damage with Mascot. So Impenetrable Front plus half damage, so you only take half damage from magic as well. So that's one of the reasons why Mascot is a very good idea. Items. MP every... Oh shit, that was a mistake. Equip. And Armored Vest as well. That's already... Can't equip any more. What does that mean? Oh, this is... I already have this equipped. I don't need that. I'm already going to take half damage. There you go. Much better. Yay! Now they've actually fallen into a pit trap 4 times. I'm going to try and be a little bit more careful this time. I'm literally going to move 1 step at a time so I can... Sometimes you can see them coming. Might as well drink this ether. I think my MP is already full. Yeah. Fine. Now I just have to do the 3 fake attacks business. Another Dark Knight, of course. I mean, this is what I mean. This is what the game gives you. This is what you have to work with. So if you get a lot of Dark Knight, you are never going to have... you're never going to be able to deal a lot of physical damage. It's just not going to happen. So your hands are tied, really. And even your magic is not that impressive, as you saw. Especially later on, I'm doing like 30 with magic. The only time you're going to be doing any kind of impressive damage is after the game's already too easy.
This feels nice and evil.
Why won't any of you come closer? I don't mind taking a few hits here. As long as I do my fake hits. Okay, here we go. And then that should be the final time I have to deal with seals. There you go. Yay. Excellent. It only took me 5 tries because of the awesome pit trap. Alright, I don't have telekinesis anymore, but I can wallop him to the back. So I don't have to attack me every other minute. But I've got him, so it doesn't make a difference. It's just engineered to waste time. That's why I still stand by what I said. If you want to play it, I recommend doing it on the PS Vita when you have nothing better to do. That is the best time to do it, seriously. If you're like at an airport or you're just lying in your bed, you've got nothing better to do, you can't bother to sit down and play it on a console, then play it. This is just proof of my thing yesterday. I was Dark Knight level 15 and I got to the final boss and I would have defeated it if I had a spare 3 hours on my hand to keep mashing X, but I didn't, so I quit. But it turns out that it's not immune to gravity damage, so I'm going to use that to hopefully bring it down to size much more quickly. Okay, so it's going to be a final rush to these last few places. Got to make sure I keep him at arm's length. 11 damage. Seriously. Ah, there's confusion. So it's in a controlled environment, so it shouldn't be so bad now, but I have a lot of HP. But you can see I'm throwing dress spheres all over the place. And it lasts for quite a few turns as well. You can see, look. It's just madness. And I actually used S on her. Wow. How did you think of that? That worked out well. So I guess if you have a mascot and you do want to level up, I guess Mini Demi is helpful in later stages because you can defeat enemies in like less than 25 turns, so that can always help me out. Now I've got to pick up all the stuff that I lost, but at least I got to show off confusion. So it is genuinely a very dangerous status. I think to avoid it you need to combine Gunner with something, I forget what it was. But you definitely need the Gunner dress sphere to do it. It's still not really harming me too much. Nothing Kuraga can't handle. Because the Dark Knight's magic is so high as well, one Kuraga does like 400 HP healing. Nothing's going to touch that damage other than maybe 1 or 2 enemies in the entire game. So a level 18 Dark Knight is already more than enough. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, I can actually use build charge. Thank you. I just have to move on here. But I don't know which exit's going to get me there. Now that this guy's chasing me, I might as well try this one. Maybe I'll get lucky. Is this the right one? No, it's not. Ooh, dressmaker. I'm just going to keep fusing the shit out of Dark Knights. I've got the mascot as well, so I don't need anything else, honestly. I really didn't get this lucky yesterday. Like, as you saw in my save file from the 78th floor, I only had a level 15. This time I'm going to go into the 20s. Honestly, if your luck goes right, you can probably complete this entire 80 floor game in like 2 hours, I would say. I think, realistically, what they want is for you to kind of do it a few times. So they probably want you to play it like a New Game Plus, so they want you to get to this stage and realise that you're just not doing enough damage to get through, and use a restart guide. And and use a restart guide in order to take everything that you have and start from the beginning again. So they probably want you to take like come up here multiple times, but hell no. I am not playing their game in that way. Right, what was I doing? I want to throw away this Viper Fang thing. Don't need it. Okay. Let's fuse a couple more times. But this is what I mean about having to defeat bosses. When you can level up your Dark Knight this easily, and you can find potions, there is no value in grinding at all in this game. Absolutely no reason to do it. None that I can find, other than the satisfaction of having like a level 99 Riku and doing loads of damage and having everything be too easy for you when you fight. There's no other draw to it for me. Do I have another Dark Knight? Yes, I do. Well, this is fun, level 21. Damn. Okay. What do we have here to give me half damage? It's Gun Mage, wasn't it? There we go.
This feels nice and evil.
435 HP. Excellent. There's definitely nothing that can come close to that. Ugh. Dude, go away. he's come straight back. But half damage is helped me out a lot, regardless of his silly magic attacks. I kind of wish I did have a level 99 Dark Knight. I'd love to know what a level 99 Dark Knight and a level 99 Riku can do in here. Because, you know, theoretically you're only a few floors away from the end, so you could be in the level 90s. The game should still be somewhat of a challenge at that stage. Oh, great.
How's this look?
It looks bad because this guy could potentially confuse me right now. That could be a problem. Let's get everything back and hope for the best. Confusion doesn't take hold.
This feels nice and evil.
Okay. Alright. Wallop. Even the heavy hit was 36. Awesome. They're taking up too much space right now. Might have to take an extra minute here to make sure that they don't mess me around too much. Oh, great. There we go. Cool. Getting very close now. And there's something very special about floor 77, and we'll find that out when we get to the final floor. Okay, got bomb enemies. These guys use Holy, which can do a lot of damage even to a fairly high level Dark Knight. I mean, again, I'm saying high level, but in relative terms, a level 20 Dark Knight is a low level Dark Knight, but it's probably what most of you guys will be coming in with early on. But with these guys, what you want to do is just stay close so that it doesn't use Holy and it just blows itself up instead, which does a lot less damage. There you go. But if you let it do Holy, you can do like 150, maybe more damage. See, stuff like this, honestly, is just, that's been available since the first level. And I've never used it once. Wind droplet, more easy, basic low-level stuff. Okay. Ah, good. This is what I mean, basic healing. Honestly, just give me 2 essence of healing. I'm 2 levels away from the end of the game. What is the point of giving me this? It's just a waste because you have to pick it up, you have to select it, you have to throw it away again. It's just like, come on. Let's have a look at how long it takes to defeat this enemy. Just so you guys can see. Because he's poisoned as well, so factor in that I'm doing a little bit more damage every time. Honestly, I don't know how long someone could keep enjoying this for. Like I said, for me it lasted till like level 30, level 40 was about the limit. After level 40 it just got worse and worse. After that the gap just expanded too much. And now he's going to hit me twice in a row. I mean, I want this to be painful for you guys to watch, just so you can understand how I'm feeling playing it. It's even worse playing, honestly. So even with poison, it's helping me out too. And a critical hit thrown in. It ain't happening. There you go. Yay, that was 1 enemy. So to level Riku up to level 99, imagine how many kills I'm going to have to get. Fuck that. Honestly, if you were to pay me like $1,000 right now, I would not sit down and level Riku to level 99. I just wouldn't do it. Again, another stupid thing here. The items available here, okay, Essence of Healing is a higher level healing item, but honestly, that's it. I am 2 floors away from the end of the game. There is not a single, like, amazing item here. Honestly, how can this be randomized? It doesn't stack in any way. There should be progressively better and better and better items. Yeah, okay, maybe on floor 20 you could get 2 Dress Sphere fusions, but this time you can buy 3. But honestly, that's not what I'm talking about. It should be more than that. I shouldn't be able to buy a single ether on the 78th floor. Okay, I'm gonna head this way. Great.
Ah, that's refreshing.
I'm gonna run around naked for a little while. That'll be refreshing. Yeah, I've come to the right place, good. In fact, I'm just gonna put the Psychic on. But then again, I'll probably block my path now.
I've got all the energy I need.
Yep, I'm blocked. Now I'm okay. Okay, so now I've got to watch out for Holy. And the only way to not have to deal with that is to come close. And let it kaboom in my face. Mascot. Yeah, you don't want to play too many games with these ones because they can kill you. Also doing Gun Mage. Coolio.
This feels nice and evil.
If the first one goes kaboom, the second one could use Holy. To see what I mean. Yep. Very sneaky then, very sneaky. Okay, so I did a fair bit of damage, but because I'm level 20, my mighty level 20 Dark Knight is handling business. But you see, when you come close, it doesn't become a problem anymore. Okay. Ether, yay, my favourite item in the entire game. That 10 MP. That time wasting. Everything in this game is engineered to waste your time. I think that's my takeaway comment from this entire playthrough. All of this for about 15 minutes of cutscenes. Good grief. Okay, so heading up to floor 79. 79 is the final floor. So it's not actually floor 80. Floor 80 is where the boss is, but... So there you go. This is exactly the shop that you want going into the final floor. These are essential life or death items that you have here. Idiots. Stupid magic urn thing. And this level is very special. And it's special for one reason, and I'll show you in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Tower 79. It's not special in the sense that it's empty, that's just a fluke that it's empty right now. Okay. Let's keep rolling and try to find the elevator. Honestly, again, it's pure luck that it's empty right now. There you go, someone turned up anyway. 7 basic healings, wow. So good. So useful. That's a little bit more useful. Still not very. Oh, behemoth. Shit. I wasn't ready for that. But I'm taking half damage. And I think this guy only appears on the 79th floor. When I was playing yesterday, I only saw it on the 79th floor. So I guess technically this must be like the hardest encounter that you can get, right? So I mean, using something like Doom would just be silly, wouldn't it? So Behemoth, you got any like real attacks that can do more than 25 damage? Or 50 without the mascot's ability? Looks like you don't. Wow, 15. Tough guy. The toughest enemy in the game. Brilliant. Again, if I tried to go toe-to-toe with it, it would have probably taken me 50 hits to take him down. So it wouldn't have been any easier, it would have just taken much, much longer. Goon bookmark. That's probably only useful for the floor in which you have to actually be in goon form in order to get the seal. Fantastic. More time wasting because I have to go into the menus and select Alchemist. Dressmaker, cool. I can make use of that. Right, let's waste some more time. Watch the dress sphere change.
Ah, that's refreshing.
Not really. Item. What's going to blow? Oh, definitely want that. Don't want that to go. This thing's going to kill me, probably. Oh, not really.
This feels nice and evil.
Let's go head to head with this guy. And there's a good reason why I'm wasting time like this. I'll explain it to you in a minute. So maybe you're thinking your Dark Knight is quite high level now, surely you should be able to use some different things here. Let's take a look. I don't have a black mage. Damn, if I had a black mage I could have used Thundaga. But at the end of the day, Psychic Bomb could also be used. Let's use mini demi. 67. Okay. 67 times 4 is what? 134, 268. Yeah, so 11 a piece. That's going to take over 20 hits. So mini demi is something I'm going to make use of in the final boss battle as well, because it's going to save a lot of time. As far as I know, there's no memory cursor. Let's have a look. Oh, the config is just that. Great. So no, you have to select it every single time. So for a game with such repetitive mechanics, the fact that there's no memory cursor, it's not good, is it? Before you guys get too annoyed, I'm going to explain why I'm taking so long here. Basically, there's no elevator on this floor. So you're going to be wandering around thinking to yourself, what the hell am I supposed to do if there's no elevator? Well, what you're meant to do is wait until the founder appears, and then it's going to become clear what to do. So in terms of like battle length, each one is boss battle length, but in terms of enjoyment, okay. Right, let's unequip the Dark Knight. Whoops. So all you can really do is just wait around until the founder comes. So if you really want to, you can just stand in one spot and press. You can press circle and select to wait for him to come down. Dress fusion. I swear I picked up a Dark Knight. Maybe not. Okay. I can throw away this. It'd be nice if I could pick up another Demi Lexicon, that would save me a lot of time. Nope. As far as I know, I probably have to reveal every floor, every room in this floor for the message to come up about that. Okay. So we've exhausted all of the rooms on that side. Let me come this way. There's more Behemoth Kings prowling around. And a new type of Wolf Fiend, which is exactly the same as the rest.
This feels nice and evil.
Damage, and has a tiny bit more HP. Is this guy hostile? Is he going to attack me? No? Oh, okay, now I've invaded his personal space. Sorry, bro. Off you go. Don't make me cast Doom. But he's always going to be blocking the entrance. Maybe if I go this side. Yeah, see, there's no elevator in this floor. Will somebody do something? And that somebody is the Pioneer. He's the only person that can help you out in this situation. Silence. Wow. I have to wait this one out. As far as I know, there is nothing you can do until the Pioneer comes. Oh shit, I'm calling him the Pioneer, it's the Founder. That was the Pioneer is like the Japanese kind of translation. So it's called the Pioneer in Japanese original version. I'm trying to get that wolf to go back so I can wallop him, but it's not happening. I'm stuck in this room. Okay, so this room is just empty. Great. Okay, here we go. Eerie laughter rings out from afar. So what's going to happen when the Pioneer comes? Is it going to be anything different? I've got to stop calling the Pioneer the Founder. Who obviously looks a lot like Tremor. Is it actually Tremor, I wonder? I don't think it's officially stated that he's Tremor anywhere. Do we get to find out who he is after floor 80, I wonder? I don't know. Come on, Founder. Come and play. One thing that's interesting, look, one thing that I've found yesterday, and I did some research and it turns out that I don't think, even though what you're about to observe happens, it doesn't affect anything. So what I'm going to do is wallop him. And you notice that he takes damage there. So I was thinking, hold on a minute, if he can take damage, does that mean he can die? But as from everything that I've read, the Founder is invincible. So even though you can damage him, I think I spent like 3 or 4 minutes damaging him non-stop yesterday, and he's actually doing hundreds. As you can see, my normal attack did 300 damage for some reason, but there's no way to do anything to him. He definitely looks like Tremor, or does he? I forgot what Tremor looked like. He definitely looks like someone from the V Infinito. Might be the first guy that we saw. Anyway, let's have some fun with the Founder. Come at me, bro. Okay, so his message is different. It is up to you whether you go any further in that form.
This definitely is not my size.
Okay, so what's he going to do this time if you let him attack you again? Surely, after all your hard work, he's not going to send you back to the first floor, is he? There is nothing beyond here, you fool. So what he's trying to say is the 79th floor is not the one for you. So what does he do? So does it turn out that there's a secret elevator on the first floor that takes you all the way up to the top? No. Okay, so he sends you to floor 77. So what that means is this is the magic floor that will get you to the final boss. So now, once again, if you just go to the elevator and go up normally, you will actually go back up to floor 78 just as you normally would. So that's not what you're meant to do. What you're actually meant to do is to wait for the Founder. Basically, if you meet with the Founder on the 77th floor, he will take you up to the final boss. But what this means is, if you have a save memo, and you save between the 77th and the 79th floor, it means that you can keep on leveling and keep on getting new items, which is actually pretty cool when you think about it. Because all you have to do is just keep going up to floor 79, get sent back down. Go to floor 79, get sent back down. So you can basically farm for items and dress spheres and all that kind of stuff. So if you do want to do some leveling up, then now is really the time to do it. But what I'm going to do is just wait and see if the Founder's going to come and take me to the final boss, and make sure I'm prepared for that too. Okay, so before I actually ended up fighting the final boss, I decided to make a few more extra preparations because I realised that I wasn't completely as ready as I thought I might be, and all that was just a case of trying to get a few extra items if possible. My main goal was to try and get another Demi Lexicon, but that didn't work, so I'm going to have to make do with one. And also something to restore some MP, because even though I've got MP Stroll, there's going to be situations where I have to try and use things like Omniguard, and I'm going to have to make use of a lot of MP in order to win with these lower levels, so that's going to mean I'm going to use up a lot of MP. So I've managed to find a couple of Premier Ethers, so that's going to be 100 MP, and an Elixir that's going to restore everything, so I guess this is about as good as I can do, so we'll have to see how it goes from here. Hopefully I have enough in the tank to take down the final boss. Just have to wait for the founder to hook us up now. So what I ended up doing was going back up to 79, getting kicked back down to 77, and then waiting for the founder again. So within those few levels, I just picked up a few more extra things. There he is.
This is gonna ruin my reputation!
Only problem is that he disappears from the room, so I have to wait around. Can I get... I thought I was going to get flung back. Oh man. I guess I'm just going to wait out like this. It's amazing, normally in the levels where you don't want the founder to be there, when he does appear he takes you out instantly, but when you actually do want him to come along and help you out, it takes an age. Okay, here we go. Time for the big final boss. I'm expecting epicness. Not really. Based on how boring and repetitive it's been so far, I'm not expecting anything too different. And that was my experience yesterday, so... But what I did expect was to have long loading screens, and it didn't disappoint, so I'm happy.